Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of First Canada Live, our last episode for a little bit. And it's a big one because we're talking St. Mary District Event Award Show. It's going to be a fabulous show, and I think it's time to begin. But to begin, as Canadians, it is important to recognize the land of which we are a part. As we gather for this meeting, physically dispersed and virtually constructed, let us take a moment to reflect upon the meaning of place, and in doing so, recognize the various traditional lands on which we celebrate today. We acknowledge the elders and youth, past, present, and emerging, of all the land on which we work and live. We honor the ancestral spirits with gratitude and respect. We acknowledge this land out of respect for the Indigenous nations who have cared for Turtle Island, also called North America. The Indigenous people have been gifted the role of caretakers of this land before the arrival of settler peoples until today. But most importantly, we must remember the history of these lands and people that have been tainted by poor treatment and a lack of friendship with the First Nations who called Canada home before it was given this name. This history is something that everyone is affected by. We are all treaty people in Canada. We all have a shared history to reflect upon, and each of us is affected by this history in different ways. Our past defines our present, but if we move forward as friends and allies, it does not define our future. All right, welcome, folks. And now, we got a lot of fun stuff happening today because we're going to be recapping what happened this past weekend at the St. Mary event. We're going to be doing a little bit of a preview of, well, guess what? The Provincial Championship is starting tomorrow. Loading is happening tomorrow. Like it's that soon. Like I gotta leave from here and get to Mississauga. This is gonna be big. And then of course after all of that, we'll be doing our awards from the St. Mary event, finding out all the winners, including our Chairman's Award, Dean's List, Engineering Inspiration, and everything else. Hey, just a reminder to all our teams, your awards will be mailed to you. If you win an award tonight, they'll be mailed to the address that was provided in advance by the registration system. So throughout the show, if you have any questions, pop them into chat. We'll try and address as best we can. Obviously, once we get into the awards, we're not going to be taking questions at that point. But to get things started, folks, I'd like to welcome, help welcome our newest members of our FRC community in Ontario, our rookies. So to help us do that, please welcome First Robotics Competition Program Manager for First Canada, William Neal.
Each year, we recognize our rookie teams and welcome them into the First family. And we'd love to congratulate each and every rookie team for their success in bringing this fantastic opportunity to many students, parents, business and industry, expert mentors, and teachers. What a community we're creating. Please join us in warmly welcoming the final team this year to our group of rookies, Team 8765, the parallel units from Stratford, Ontario, who played their first matches at the St. Mary District event.
All right, thank you, William, and congratulations to Parallel Units on a fantastic event. And we will be seeing many of our rookie teams in just a couple of days at the Provincial Championship. So thank you to our rookie teams. Thank you to William, and we'll be back in just a couple seconds. All right, folks. Well, we're doing awards tonight, and if you can't do awards without judges, so let's take a moment to recognize and meet the judges from the St. Mary Catholic Secondary School District event. We have Bart Van Slack, Becky Grasser, Brian Dorapal, Kathy Knopf, Craig Blondin, Emily Cummings, George Guglielmin, Glenn Harville, Gordon Stubley, Henry Zhang, J.F. Michaud, Karen Lowe, Lawrence Lupton, Sherry Bagg, Maheen Khan, Pageant Fariabo, Sebastian Leville, Stephanie Brown, and of course our judge advisor, Michael Nash. And a special thank you to all our judges, especially Michael Nash, for doing all the work. And wow, the judges, did they have a hard time this week? Because there were so many amazing teams that we're going to be talking about in just a minute when we recap the event. So we'll be back after a word from one of our sponsors.
We are everywhere you look, making the world lighter, stronger, more sustainable. Our product is steel. Our strength is people. And together we are transforming tomorrow. ArcelorMittal, DeFasco.
Right. Well, if we're going to recap the St. Mary event, we need someone who was there. And there was one person who was all over the event. You heard his voice throughout the week and on the webcast. So please welcome the St. Mary game announcer, first alum and building sciences consultant at WSP, Michael Meyer. How's it going, Mike?
Good to see you, Karthik. I'm doing great. You?
I'm doing fabulous. I need to know, have you recovered yet? Your voice sounds fantastic.
I was in meetings today at work and I was squealing a little bit. So I'm almost there though.
Almost there. And so Mike, you had, as a game announcer, I always say that being an MC or a game announcer, they are kind of the best volunteer roles because you get to, you're there to watch matches, literally. You're there to watch matches and talk about matches and you get to interact with the team. So you were, right there with these teams. And I'd love to know, what were your general impressions on this event?
The event it's a very small space, I will say, and it was very tough to keep things moving efficiently and tight, but the teams were all on the ball. Even I know we had one team this was their first competition. All teams were in it to play, in it to get the, in it to play well with each other, keep the event going well, and just cooperate nicely.
And as you were watching the event, Mike, were there any robots that really stood out to you?
There was one. It was the Alpha Dogs and their climber. I kept that. Have you seen that thing? It has like two big, jaws on it. Grabs up monkey bars, rotates. That thing is insane. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an impressive one, and they were very effective at getting up to the traversal bar. And we're actually going to be seeing them in a little bit in one of the matches that we take a look at. And when we talk about first events, there's something so special with the stories, the behind the scenes, and the gracious professionalism, and just the things that we don't necessarily see happening on a webcast or from your seat in the stands, but that really make for a special. Do you have any moments like that this weekend?
I heard of a moment where, because of just the venue was limited with the amount of people who come in, there was a teacher from the school actually let a team use their classroom just for a quick scouting meeting or something like that. And when the teacher came back and everything was done, the team had left a really nice note and along with some candy for the teacher just to thank him for going above and beyond. So things like that, little things like that, gracious professionalism we see as grand gestures of kindness, but it could be little things like that we do in our everyday lives.
It's true. I think I mentioned this on one of the past shows, but I remember I was after the event, I was going through the bleacher, just to pick up trash, clean things up, and it was wild how basically there was no trash. Teams didn't leave junk behind. Now, part of it is because they weren't able to eat in the bleachers; they didn't have the wrappers and such. But just in general, our teams understand that you don't leave a mess. It's just it's the right thing to do. What is gracious professionalism about? Gracious professionalism is about looking out for others. That's like a core tenet of all this, and just leaving the world a better place for the next person. And so it's neat to see. So, there was 2 days of competition. On day one, we saw some fabulous teams. Day one was, there was 4 teams that really kind of surged to the top, and they were the top 4 in the rankings. It was team 2056, OP Robotics, 1114 Symbotics, 4039 Makeshift, 1241 Theory 6, and they all ended up playing in the finals, which was an epic sort of final. And then the Red Alliance of 2056, 1114, and 8089 took the win. Then on day 2, 1241 and 4039 were back. And we're up there at the top of stands, but then also there was some newcomers, team 1325 and team 5409 Chargers from Oakville, who I want to talk about because they come into this event under the radar, despite having won 2 events already. And then them and Theory 6 pulled it off. They won the event, and 5409 now has 3 district wins. And that is like a feat that has not been accomplished by many teams in the history of this province, and whether in districts or in regionals, and so just fantastic to see that. What was really unique about that alliance, Mike, is that neither robot and their third robot as well did not feature a traversal climb.
And that's what I was surprised with. It was really interesting to see how the alliance selections went down. And when I saw that alliance, I was thinking, okay, how are they going to manage this, right? 1325 on the first alliance with Makeshift had that traversal. That was going to be their edge. And they pulled it off. I mean, both those two, Chargers and Theory 6, amazing shooters. I saw it the whole weekend with both teams. And then they had an amazing parallel units. Their defense was strong and they wanted to show that off the whole time. And they pulled it off. And it was an amazing match.
No, it's interesting to think about, because if you have 3 robots that can only mid climb, you think, okay, well, they can still get 18 hanger points. And so, you take the makeshift and inverse paradox combo, they can get a traversal and a high. So that's 25 hanger points. So there's a delta of 7 points. A delta of 7 points is, 4 balls in teleop, or 1 ball in auto, 2 balls in teleop. It's not insurmountable. I think sometimes, because you hear, well, the traversal is the highest thing in the game, and it's like you think of that piece or whatever, but there's room for it. And it's going to be very interesting when we talk about Provincial preview. I don't want to jump too far into the Provincial preview just yet, but that's going to be one of the trends. It's like, what's the dynamics of these alliances going to be, and are they going to top out at on the hanger, or where are they going to consistently be at the hanger? Is it going to be that you need 40 points then you need 2 traversals and a mid, or is it going to be 2 traversals and 2 traversals and a high for 40, or 2 traversals and a mid, or maybe a traversal? Like, what is the combo that's going to work? And I think right away, I'm going to say there's probably not a one size fits all recipe, but hey, we'll get to that in a second after the break. But before the break, we need to watch the match video, because this event was cool. And the match we're going to look at is, spoiler alert, we're showing it because it is the highest score in Ontario this season. So on the Red Alliance, we got teams 2056, 1114, and 8089. Blue Alliance, we got team 8765, one of the rookies we've talked about, parallel units. By the way, rookie as an Alliance captain, that was a massive achievement. 6135 Arctos effective shooting machine, and 4946 Alpha Dogs, a bit of a do-it-all with that fantastic hanger. So this is semifinal 1, match number 2. Red won the first one. And let's take a look at this one. And I want you to watch specifically in Hutto, because obviously you want to watch 2056 because they're going to go for their 5-ball routine. But watch 1114 in the top left corner and watch what they do here, because this is cute.
See who can come out on top. Green light, drivers behind the line. This one starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, highway into the danger zone. So 1114, they see them shoot 2 balls, but now they're picking up blue balls.
Yeah.
And then they, like they're playing billiards, they just shoot them, and look where they go, right into that corner pocket. That makes it so hard to get your intake in there.
Oh, that is devious.
that is wild. So we're at the teleop here, and the Red Alliance is just fantastic. When you just see the shooting coming from side to side, boom, boom, shot, boom, boom, shot. Yeah. It is hard for the Blue Alliance to keep up, but I do want you to watch 8765, because they are the rookie team who was, you talked about them. They're playing just fantastic defense throughout the event, and they're trying everything they can here. And it's really neat to pay attention to. At the same time, you see OP Robotics, and what a robot, just they kind of just boom, boom, shot, accuracy. The accuracy from these red robots is.
It was like every time I looked up at that upper hub, it was red, right?
Right. It's like, taste the rainbow of Skittles, except they're all strawberry ones, which is okay. Strawberry is probably my second favorite flavor of Skittles, so it's good.
Oh yeah, good.
Great.
I will say,
great for the win. Oh
yeah. And 8765, another thing I don't know if it's been mentioned about them. This was their first competition the entire season. That was like, they've gone this long, they've been studying, and they got here and they performed. They found their niche and played it. I was very impressed by that team.
I also like how the 3 red robots have split the field here, and they're not in this. So they're taking thirds to a certain degree. So they're not really getting in each other's way, which is really important when you're, and like, look, there's 50 seconds left. They've already scored 37 cargo. This is like,
that's insane. And you're right. Even though there is a lot of space to drive around in this match, it's easy to go fast and then all of a sudden get stuck with your alliance partner and say, have that awkward moment about how you're going to get around each other.
You often see this year, Mike, you see 2 teams on the same alliance fighting over balls. It's like they're both running at the same ball, and then so it's about having that spread, which is effective. And then 30 seconds come, we're into the end game here, and now they're going up for hang, and you call it twin hangers to a certain degree, because even though they were different, they were like making the same motions at the same time, and you see them both going up. 2056 with the elevator climb, 1114 with that spectrum climb,
and 4946 had that had that transversal too, and
the,
that was
the windmill.
fast.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, it just
Love it.
whops it up, and then boom, all of them are up. And let's take a look at the score, because this is pretty impressive.
Oh yeah.
So as we slide over, and here we go. Red Alliance wins.
Mhm.
152 points, folks. 152 points. 106 cargo points. I believe it was 43 cargo scored throughout the match. I think 6 of them or 7 of them were in autonomous mode. Yeah, that's a lot of points.
Only question I have is who's going to beat this at provincials?
And you know what I think my answer is, Mike? I think a few alliances might. I think it could really get up there. But you know what? We're going to save this. We're going to save this because we're doing a provincials preview, and we keep spoiling it because we're so excited. And let me just get my bearings back here, because I went full screen to make sure I could see that match as best as possible. We're going to talk more about what the scores are going to be like, what's going to be happening at the provincial championship after this word from our sponsor.
When I was applying for co-ops, I was really looking for a place that would allow me to have the greatest amount of experience. And since Hatch is such a big company, I knew that I would be able to get involved with all the different groups that the company offers.
What surprised me about working at Hatch was the amount of responsibility that you're given very quickly, like once you start.
There's so many opportunities to learn, not just from specialists in the field, but also from something like Lunch and Learns, or even safety shares. So it's not something technical that I'm learning, but something that might help me in my everyday life.
For me to be able to just walk into their office and ask them whatever I want, to schedule a meeting whenever I want, to be able to work directly with them on building things was an insanely good experience.
As a student, I am as much valued as the other employees that are here.
I enjoy working here because people are very friendly, and this environment that they created has been more than absolute perfect.
All right, we are back, and now we're talking provincial championship, and this is going to be a good one, Mike. There are 67 teams coming to this event. Let's take a look at these teams, and we'll start talking about it, because every team in the province was invited, and 67 have been able to attend, so that is fantastic. And I got, it's what I do. I pulled together some of the stats. So 25 of these teams have won an event this year. 25 of them have won an event this year. So it's really spread across. So it's like, like we're talking like more than 40% of the teams have won an event, or sorry, less than 40%, more like 30 something. But you know what I'm getting at here.
Yeah.
40 of them have won a competition medal this year. So a gold or a silver.
Wow.
We got 15 teams who've won 2 medals, 5 who've won 3, including teams 1241 Theory 6, 2200 Robotics, 4039 Makeshift, 4678 Cybercaps, 5409 Chargers. We've got 3 teams who've won 2 events. Team 2200 Robotics at the beginning of the season, way back at Humber, they won back-to-back. 4678 Cybercaps back-to-back at Waterloo, and Celtex, who won at Waterloo and then at Windsor. And we got 1 team this year with 3 wins. We talked about them, Chargers.
Yeah.
And so we're talking about those teams. There's like a wide range. You have teams like 1241 and 5409 who are primarily shooters and mid hangs, while you have the kind of do-it-all robots of 2200 and Celtex and Cybercaps who are shooters and with the traversal, and 4039 who has a traversal but mainly focuses on the high and it's shooter. So it's like this range. But on the flip side of things, we also have 8 rookie teams at provincials, which is pretty amazing. That even that we had 8 rookie teams this season, that they're still competing, they're still out there playing, and we have a second-year team who's basically a rookie because there weren't events last year. So that's like really 9 rookies in our field of 67, and so it's going to be pretty fantastic. So I want to talk about just a little bit more stats here, and let's give a little bit of recognition. So I went into the Caleb Sykes database where he pulls the offensive power ranking, which is basically using a linear regression to calculate the projected scores of teams based on all their match scores. Basically, you take all their match scores and all the alliances they were in, you toss them into a giant matrix and you solve, and that's what OPR is. It's really kind of like, it's a more intelligent version of average score that takes alliances into play. And like, you want to learn more about it, it's linear algebra, it's good stuff. There's a white paper in there that I contributed to. It's cool. So the top 10. So in 10th Team 5409, 42.9 points per match versus by OPR. Number 8, 4678, Cyber Cabs. So the 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all within 1 point of each other.
Wow.
So 9 was 4678, 8 is 2200 Robotics, 7 Makeshift 4039. So teams we just mentioned. 6, Team 3683, Team Dave. So a team that wasn't part of that group of teams with the double banners, but has had a solid season.
Absolutely.
5th, Team 1114, who had like a miraculous jump from Waterloo to St. Mary. Waterloo, their OPR was around 11, and now they're up to 46 and one of the top teams in the province.
Amazing.
And then the teams that have been consistently near the top, fourth place, Team 4476, the Waffles. It's been a while. It's not been a while, but they haven't competed since Waterloo. Some people might have forgotten. Don't forget Swerve Drive, Traversal Hang. Like they've got the whole package, the total package. Number one seed at Waterloo Day 1, which a lot of people, Waterloo Day 2, which a lot of people have talked about as the hardest non-championship event of the season. Third place, Team 1325, who with the big jump this past weekend we saw at St. Mary Day 2, where like you saw them in person. That was just a fantastic performance.
I loved what they were doing the whole time.
And again, total package, traversal climb, quick traversal climb, great shooting. Second place, and this one might surprise people, Team 1241 Theory 6. And why might that surprise people? Because they don't have a traversal hang, but they're putting up that many points because they score that many cargo.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's and then no surprise here. Number one of the top teams in the world, once again, Team 2056 OP Robotics at 61 points. And when you think of OP Robotics, you think about their autonomous. Every year, autonomous is solid, and it seems like they just never miss an autonomous. The 5 ball is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then they're ready to pick up a 6th ball. Like they are good to go. Great teleop play and a very solid traversal hang. Not as fast as some of the other ones out there though, but it's very solid. Same with their 2019 climb. It wasn't necessarily the fastest, but boy, is it reliable. And it seems like the reliability improved from Waterloo to St. Mary. Yeah. So Mike, talking to all those teams, what do we think? High score, we saw 152 in Waterloo. St. Mary. Do you think that gets topped?
I definitely see it. It's going to be tough now as we go higher and higher into eliminations. We're going to see a lot of intense competition. There's going to be a lot of stoppage or good defense that's going to stop a lot of offensive power on other alliances. I wonder if we'll see the high score more so in the qualification rounds, just because, you get those one-off matches where things just work out perfectly. You end up with an alliance where you get all your picks in a dream world.
Yeah. So I think it would be very interesting. I think it could happen in quals with a random match, especially because it's a 1 division format this year at Provincials, folks. So all teams are in the same division. So we could have those top 3 teams, 2056, 1241, 1325, all on one alliance potentially. You get 2 traversals out of there, and then 1241 with their wicked fast mid hang. Like it would just be like they'd go back a bit. There's no way. Shazzy, what are you doing? It's like, oh, they hung. Okay.
Seriously, no. There was a time when they were gonna they had their 2 partners already hung mid bar, and I was like, there's no way they're fitting. And then boop, one arm pull up, no problem.
It's like it's cool, but that's a possibility. I think it'll be interesting because traditionally Ontario has a reputation as the matches get more intense. There's a little bit more defense played in Ontario. We haven't seen a lot of defense so far this season, but I think at Provincials, I think a lot of teams will be strategic about things. So that might affect the ability for some of these high scores to happen. But and because it's only 1 division, there's going to be 24 teams in the elimination rounds. There are more than 24 teams that have elimination round, playoff round quality robots in Ontario. So you could have an 8 alliance that's going to be really, really strong. And so it's not going to be the traditional walkovers that you sometimes see in quarterfinal 1. Like there used to be a thing where it was like quarterfinal 1-1 at an event. And if 11, 14, and 2056 were there back in like the 2007, 8, 9, 10 eras, like this is the high score, it's coming, and but now like we could see an 8 alliance that's super powerful. And like it's been hard this year. Not many 8 alliances pulled upsets, but I think maybe, but I think it might bring down some of the scores because as there's more competition, as there's teams messing with opponents' balls, more defense, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how it plays out. But I don't think it's going to be, despite how talented these robots are, I don't think it's going to be the offensive free-for-all that we're thinking of. But I agree with you that it could happen in a random call match. And it's like, whoa.
And I argue that, sometimes the matches that are super close and have you at the edge of your seat the whole time are way more exciting than the high scores.
Yes,
because,
for sure.
When you're seeing these two alliances that are just perfectly balanced and just digging at each other, trying to get one, reds up, blues up, reds up, and then the final score comes up and the crowd goes crazy. That's amazing.
So, I talked about this from the very beginning of the season, but one thing I love about Rapid React is how your eyes are drawn to the center of the field because all the scoring's happening the same side. In some games you're like looking to the one side and you're looking to the other side, trying to keep up what's happening. It's like, oh, red scored, blue scored, red scored, blue scored. Here you see all the shots coming into the goal. And I love it, those matches, like you said, where it's the back and forth. It's like, oh, Red Alliance up by 4. And then, oh, now it's tied. And now it's 4. And then especially when you get 4 robots shooting. Now, here's another question for you, Mike. Do you think what do you think the predominant strategy is going to be in the playoff matches? Will teams be playing 3 robots on offense or maybe 2 robots on offense, 1 robot on defense?
You see, I don't know, because if there has to be some form of defense. You have to be able to slow down your opponent in some way. And if all 3 robots are playing offense, that's coming from those robots, just like, those interactions, but as they cross by. But then you're losing efficiency as well, if you think about it. So I think we're going to see 1 robot, primarily defense, getting in the way, maybe, gets the transversal climb at the end, and 2 offensive robots, maybe, but that's where I see things going. How about you?
So I have thoughts on this. I'm out of the game. I'm not a strategist anymore. I'm backseat driver. I'm a Twitch person.
You have all the numbers though, I'll say.
Yeah. So what I'll say is this, with 3 robots all fighting for 11 cargo on the field, it's tight, especially, because some of those are going to be in the air at any given time. And some of those are going to be coming through the ball return at any given time. And your opponents may have stashed some of them in an awkward spot. They might be holding 1 or 2 of them in their robot. It's a little bit tight. And so I think you can't waste a second in this game. The best teams are always doing something. And so I think, if you find, like, maybe it's not that it's a pure 2 offense, 1 defense sort of thing. Maybe you're going to play zone offense where everyone has like a section of the field. Yeah. And when suddenly there's a ball scarcity in your section of the field, don't go to your partner's section because that's when the chaos comes. Maybe opportunistically play a little bit of defense right now. It's like, oh, there's not a ball around, I'm going to play some defense. And it's like, if I was writing like, code for a robot that would do this, it's like, if ball, pick up, if cargo. Man, we are so bad at this as game announcers. For all those who are watching, you're like, well, why do they even care? It's like, as game announcers, we are taught to call them cargo at all times. GMCs, game announcers, and the amount of times I've messed up this year is hilarious.
Me too. Every time when your eyes lock on, the first thing your head says is, "Oh, that's a ball."
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm sure this like June I'll be at a Jays game or something, and I'll be like, "Oh, why didn't he catch that cargo?" Like, because it's just going to be so indoctrinated in me or something like that. But yeah, like I think that it's you've got to be strategic about it. And the same thing is like if you are assigned to sort of play defense, but there's no defender, no robot to defend at that moment, but there's like 2, you're on the red lines, there's 2 red cargo right in front of you, might as well pick it up and shoot if your robot has that ability. And so I'd be drafting for positional flexibility. I want teams that have the ability to play some defense, but play some offense as well. And, as opposed to like the pure defender. But then again, there's some robots every year at Provincials, we see them like 771 in 2019. That was, they'd score like they were like pretty much pure defense. And like, it was so effective, but this is a different game. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, but what I like about this, Mike, there is definitely not a right answer on this. And that's what, if there's a right answer on strategy, this is what you're supposed to do, that's when it gets boring, because then everyone does the same thing over and over again. But this time, no, it's not necessarily like that. I know, like, to a viewer, it might just seem like, oh, all the robots do in teleop is shoot cargo. It's like, well, yes, that is what they're doing, but there's more going on behind the scenes of that, on how they're allocating all that. So as a viewer this week, if you're watching from the stands or from home, pay attention, especially in the elimination rounds where things are more coordinated, to try and watch to see, are these robots focusing on zones, or are they kind of just going for first available ball? Fine, try first available. Gotta go. All weekend long. It's gonna be all weekend long.
Yeah.
Mike, we could talk for days and days about this event, but I say, you know what? Why don't we just save it and talk for days and days about this event starting on Thursday when we're there at the event? I can't wait to see you. How long has it been since I've seen you in person, man? It's been
over 2 years for sure.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Big Master 2019, I would say. So
it's been a long time. It's been over 3 years. I'm excited to see you, my friend. I'm excited to hear your voice calling some of the action at Provincial. It's going to be a fabulous event. There's so much happening between scholarship announcements and obviously the competition. We got a showcase of our other first programs, First Lego League Explorer, First Tech Challenge, First Lego League Challenge, special guests, special announcements. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. So Mike, thanks for joining. Rest up, man. Stay safe. You just got to be ready, and we will see you at the event on Thursday.
Awesome. See you, Karthik. Thanks for having me on.
All right. And folks, we are going to be back with the St. Mary Awards in just a second. All right, folks, it's time to start our award show. Welcome, folks, to our award show. And I think it's time to kick things off with our first award. So let's do this. Our first award is the Volunteer Appreciation Award. This award celebrates the dedication and service of truly outstanding volunteers. The phenomenal success of the first robotics competition is a reflection of the commitment and enthusiasm displayed by our volunteers. We are truly humbled by the passion and commitment of all our volunteers. This next volunteer volunteers in many roles. He's been a CSA, an FTA, and in general is just always a positive presence at our events, working tirelessly to help our teams, our volunteers, and help our community succeed. So congratulations to our Volunteer Appreciation Award winner, Kunj Patel. Our next award is the Highest Rookie Seed Award. This award celebrates the highest seeded rookie team at the conclusion of the qualifying rounds. Congratulations go to team number 8765 Parallel Units from Stratford. The Imagery Award is in honor of Jack Heyman, Dean's father, for his dedication to art, illustration, and his devotion to FIRST. This award celebrates attractiveness in engineering and outstanding visual aesthetic integration of machine and team appearance. Other teams must be quick to spot the robot flying across the field, striking a balance between sleek color design and sustainable products. This award winner has other teams green with envy. Congratulations to team number 6978, Quick Strike Niagara from St. Catharines. Our next award is the Gracious Professionalism Award. This celebrates outstanding demonstrations of FIRST core values, such as continuous, gracious professionalism, working together both on and off the field. The winning team exemplifies the principles of FIRST: fairness, humility, positivity, and respect. This team had the ideal trinity of gracious professionalism by sharing their scouting resources, helping rookie teams, and always upholding good sportsmanship. They recognize that it's not enough for one team to stand taller than the rest. Congratulations to team number 3161, Tronic Titans from Oakville. The Team Spirit Award celebrates extraordinary enthusiasm and spirit through exceptional partnership and teamwork, furthering the objectives of FIRST. The energy of this team extends beyond the field and into community outreach through YouTube videos, library workshops, science expos, and scavenger hunts. Their cheers raided the fields and the stands, and they clearly stole the show. Congratulations to team number 24, Raider Robotics from London. The Rookie Inspiration Award celebrates a rookie team's outstanding success in advancing respect and appreciation for engineering and engineers, both within their school as well as in their community. This color-coordinated team works to ensure all members work together on all aspects of building a team and building a bot. With a simple yet successful autonomous mode and a priority to make the team close, this rookie team is planning for a cooperative vision for their community and their future. Congratulations to team number 8884, Crimson Revolution from Toronto. The Autonomous Award, sponsored by Ford, celebrates the team that has demonstrated a consistent, reliable, high-performance robot operation during autonomously managed actions. Evaluation is based on the robot's ability to sense its surroundings, position itself or onboard mechanisms appropriately, and execute tasks. This team can sink 5 balls in autonomous mode, but their focus was on 6. The judges described them as accurate, fast, and very consistent. This team had a theory about how to execute the autonomous mode, and they did so with excellence. Congratulations to team number 1241, Theory 6 from Mississauga. The Creativity Award, sponsored by Rockwell Automation, celebrates creativity that enhances strategy of play and was intentionally designed and not discovered. This team has thoroughly studied balance and has perfected a rotating turret shooter. Their creative approach has helped them design unique features such as a ball color filtering, progressive climbing, and shooting on the move. Their ingenuity has made them the shiniest apple in the orchard. The puns are on point today, judges. Thank you for the puns. Congratulations to team number 2056, OP Robotics, Stony Creek. You know, in all these years, I think that's the first time we've used an orchard pun for Orchard Park. Very, very nicely done. And for the Creativity Award too, doesn't that work? You know, creativity, creative puns. Okay, I'll stop. The Quality Award celebrates machine robustness in concept and fabrication. Building the robot is only part of their success, and the judges recognize them as a quality example to others. This team led the charge with outstanding CAD analysis, stress testing, and prototyping. Their robot is designed to be robust and easily repaired while still being one of the most competitive robots on the game field. Congratulations to team number 5409, Chargers from Oakville. The Industrial Design Award, sponsored by General Motors, celebrates the team that demonstrates industrial design principles, striking a balance between form, function, and aesthetics. This team clearly demonstrated a design process that aimed for consistent performance through careful planning and manufacturing in all aspects of their robot. The way they engineered gearboxes, an angle-changing shooter, and hanging mechanism made this robot a real animal. They made their robot climb like a monkey to the top bar of the field. Congratulations to team number 4946, the Alpha Dogs. The Innovation and Control Award celebrates an innovative control system or application of control components, electrical, mechanical, or software, to provide unique machine functions. This team demonstrated wizardry with their operation of their robot. The ability to match their driver's strengths with their robot's control features was most innovative. These girls formed a united army that mastered the control of their robot. Congratulations to team number 4617, Dawn from London. The Excellence in Engineering Award celebrates the team that demonstrates a professional approach to the design process and whose design is elegant and advantageous on the field of play. There was no contradiction among the judges that this team excels in engineering. They engineered for greatness and succeeded in the areas of shooting, control, speed, and accuracy, and their climbing always reached the top. It's no paradox that this team is a winner. Congratulations to team number 1325, Inverse Paradox from The Entrepreneurship Award celebrates the entrepreneurial spirit by recognizing a team that has developed a framework for a comprehensive business plan in order to define, manage, and achieve the team's ongoing objectives. This team displays entrepreneurial enthusiasm as well as demonstrates the vital planning and business skills to ensure a self-sustaining program. The priorities of this team included succession planning through first Lego League teams and mental health wellness through various activities to promote the team and first. They took an approach to their engineering, design, multimedia, outreach training, and basically everything they do to make safety their number one priority. They meticulously planned their programs one bite at a time. Congratulations to team number 77 who? 772, Saberbyte Robotics from LaSalle. The Judges Award. During the course of the competition, the judging panel may decide that a team's unique efforts, performance, or dynamics merit recognition, yet do not fit into any of the existing award categories. This team is able to stitch together every value and attribute of FIRST. They are a kaleidoscope of gracious professionalism, imagery, and competitive spirit. They continue to shift what it means to make your mark. Congratulations to team number 4039, Makeshift Robotics from Hamilton. Now our district finalists. This celebrates the alliance that makes it to the final match of the competition. First, recognize the talent of these outstanding competitors. They were sensational, and we are proud to honor them. These teams received their awards on the weekend, but we want to recognize them again today. So for our day one finalists, congratulations to first the alliance captain, team number 4039, Makeshift Robotics from Hamilton, and their partners, team 1241, Mississauga, and team 5044, Later Robotics from Provincial. And now our day two finalists. Congratulations to the alliance captain. Once again, team number 4039, Makeshift Robotics from Hamilton, and their partners, team 1325, Inverse Paradox from Mississauga, and team 8765, Parallel Units. And now our district winner awards. First, the St. Mary District Event Champions. day one. This alliance rose to the many challenges of Rapid React and proved to be an exciting competitive combination. They can now proudly hang a winner's banner in their pit. Again, these teams received their awards on the weekend, but we needed to recognize them again. Congratulations to our day one champions, Alliance Captain team number 2056, OP Robotics from Stony Creek, and their partners, team 14, Robotics from St. Catharines, 8089, Rockaway Robotics from Kitchener. And congratulations to our day two champions, starting with the Alliance Captain team number 1241, Theory 6 from Mississauga, and 5409, Chargers from Oakville, and 7623, Robotics from The Rookie All-Star Award celebrates the rookie team exemplifying a young but strong partnership effort, as well as implementing the mission of FIRST to inspire students to learn more about science and technology. Building a FIRST team from the ground up is a daring endeavor, and this rookie team pushed it to the limit. By building strong relationships with their sponsors in their school, they have already made a huge impact in their community. They came, they saw, they seized the day, and we can't wait to see where they dare to go next. Qualifying to compete for the Rookie All-Star Award at the Provincial Championship in Mississauga. Congratulations to team number 8574, Aude from North York. The Engineering Inspiration Award celebrates outstanding success in advancing respect and appreciation for engineering within a team's school or organization and community. Inspiring others to respect science and technology requires passion, knowledge, and commitment, and we recognize these qualities through this award. This team shows inclusion no matter your age, gender, or capabilities. From multiple clubs, camps, brunches, and meetings, these gals sure know how to inspire us and spark interest in STEM and FIRST. Yoda stated, "A Jedi uses the Force for knowledge and defense, never for attack." This team is a force to be reckoned with. Qualifying to compete for the Engineering Inspiration Award at the Provincial Championship in Mississauga, team number 7659, HNMCS Robotics from Mississauga. First Dean's List District Championship semi-finalists. These students were nominated by their teams for their direct contributions and impact on others, exemplifying leadership and commitment on the team and in their community. First Dean's List District Championship semifinalists recognized here today will move forward to compete at the Provincial Championship. Just a couple of days. We will announce the names one at a time in random order. Congratulations to the first District Dean's List Championship semi-finalist. It's a tongue twister. Evelyn from team 1325, Inverse Paradox from Mississauga. And congratulations to the second First Dean's List District Championship semi-finalist, Daniel from team 3161, the Chronic Titans in Oakville. St. Mary's District Event Chairman's Award is the most prestigious award at this competition. It honors the team that best represents a model for other teams to emulate and best embodies the purposes and goals of FIRST. The Chairman's Award is presented to the team judged to have had the most significant measurable impact of its partnerships among its participants and community over a sustained period, not just a single build season. The winner is able to demonstrate progress towards FIRST's mission of transforming our culture. The recipient team will be invited to compete at the Provincial Championship in Mississauga, where they will interview for the Ontario Provincial Championship Chairman's Award. And here's what the judges had to say about this event's winner. This team advocates for FIRST in STEM throughout the world and is passionate and motivated for helping those in need. Their drive helps lift other students forward with a sustainable momentum. This team is amped up and ready to make it loud in their community. Congratulations to team number 1374, amped up from Oakville. And now let's take a look at Team Amped Up, Team 1374's award-winning Chairman's Award video.
Hello from Canada. Woo! Woo!
6 years ago, 10 high school students were driven by a dream, a robotics program built off the basis of inclusion and teamwork.
Ever since then, we've
grown,
created,
Discovered. Innovated.
learned,
Mentored. Succeeded.
and adopted.
We've tripled our size, increased our diversity, and make it our mission to spread FIRST core values wherever we go.
We built upon the foundation that FIRST sets for us by taking action and being involved in our community.
To promote and advocate for accessibility, we created a robotic arm that attaches to a wheelchair so that users can pick things up off the ground. Our innovation led us to become world finalists last year in FIRST Global Innovation Challenge.
We kickstarted 10 FLL sport teams, inspiring eager youth, and created a Lego for Seniors program. Last year, we helped grow FTC in Newfoundland, securing funding for FTC 19133 to purchase the robot build materials and send FTC 19022 the game fee.
To amplify the impact and knowledge of FIRST, we co-founded the largest off-season event in North America, Robots at CNE, which reached over 70,000 people across the continent. Through this, we were able to show people the limitless possibilities of robotics and STEAM education.
1374 values mental health and equality. We work actively to eliminate inequalities and make sure everyone feels included.
We've worked with HDSB student trustee candidates to create mental health advocacy posts, and it felt amazing to see that we could make a change.
Without 1374, the largest FRC off-season event wouldn't exist and 5.7 million people would miss out on FIRST since 2018.
Without 1374, $30,000 would not be connected to students of underrepresented FIRST communities.
Without 1374, 250,000 people annually wouldn't be exposed to FIRST in our in-person events.
Without 1374, the first ever FTC team in Newfoundland would go unfounded, leaving so many students without a way in STEM.
Most importantly, without 1374, the members of our team would still be looking for a community and a place to learn. We are 1374, and we are always amped up for more.
All right, congratulations, Team 1374, amped up on a well-deserved Chairman's Award, and what a great video that was. Wow, that was impressive. Thank you so much. Folks, that is the end of this award show, and that is the end of First Canada Live for the time being, because guess what? For the next 2 weeks, there are no shows. We're going to be back on May 3rd. Why are there no shows? Because we're going into provincials, and then we're going into the FIRST championship in Houston. So if you want to watch provincials this week, tune in on this very Twitch channel to see all the action. And if you want to watch FIRST championship in Houston next week, where we will have up to 11 Ontario teams going for FRC, plus a couple FTC teams, plus a couple FIRST Lego League Challenge teams. You can watch that on twitch.tv/FirstInspires, and they'll have a full lineup of channels that you can watch to see every division and all this sort of thing. And it's going to be fantastic. So we're going to be back here on May 3rd. We're going to wrap up the championships and have some teams on, talk about the amazing Canadian success stories that are going to be happening over the next few weeks. And it's going to be fabulous. Folks, a reminder out there, Provincial Championship is coming up, and I know everyone is super, super excited. But if you are feeling ill or having any symptoms of COVID-19, we need you to stay home for the sake of our community and to keep people well and to stop the spread of this virus. So if you aren't feeling well, please take the screening. And if you're having symptoms, you need to stay home. We really, really appreciate it. All you've done for our community this season. Everyone has been so fantastic, and we just need to keep it up for a little bit longer. And we have to keep it up going forward, because it's not just about our events. It's about our community safety in general. Thanks to everyone who's watching, and thanks to our producers for putting on a great show, especially with all these award shows we've been doing. And we'll be doing in-person awards. That's right. All the judging that's happening at Provincial Championship is in person, and all the awards will be handed out in person. It's going to be a fantastic show. I can't wait to see y'all in Mississauga. Some of you tomorrow. It's going to be fabulous. But for now, good night, folks.